Welcome to WebSeriesOnFire.com, where talented filmmakers share their inspiring stories from concept to execution. And now, here is your host, Peter Papagiorgio.
Welcome to WebSeriesOnFire.com. I'm your host, Peter Papagiorgio. And today I'm going to be sharing the stories and journeys of the creators of the hottest new web series in the entertainment industry. My guests today are Ted Day, Benjamin Smith, Adelind Horan, and they are the creators of the web series The Pioneers. Hey, guys.
Hi.
Are you ready to ignite the entertainment industry with your web series?
Oh, yeah, you got it, Peter.
All right, if you want to give the audience kind of a quick glimpse of your personal life, where'd you guys go to school, how'd you guys meet? Just kind of announce yourself to the audience as you speak.
Ted and I met when we were children because our parents were in a production of The Cripple of Inishmaan together because our parents are actors.
Okay, cool.
So we became friends when I was about 8 and Ted was about 10. And we grew up going to all the same schools and doing community theater-esque things together.
And this is in New York?
This is actually in Central Virginia in Charlottesville.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And we went to college at Hampshire College, which is where we met Ben.
Hi.
Hey, Ben.
And we've all been living in New York for 7 years. And we've been working in production among other things.
Okay. Are you guys in Brooklyn, Queens?
Brooklyn, yeah.
Oh, okay. I actually was born in Brooklyn. I was born by Brooklyn Hospital by Bergen Street and Fifth Avenue.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We live in Crown Heights.
Yeah, okay. But I was raised in Astoria, Queens.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Cool. But, all right. Ben, how about you?
Well, I grew up in Maine. I was born there. And I didn't know these guys until I went to Hampshire College. Met Ted there.
Ah,
but
okay.
you know that. Yeah. And I also been here same amount of time, I guess 6.5 years.
Cool, okay. You want to tell the audience what your web series is about?
Yeah. Our web series is about a couple who decides to attempt an open relationship, but they're very bad at dating.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know you guys won Brooklyn Web Festival 2016 winner.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, best writing winner.
Nice. Best writing winner. Very good.
Yeah, people couldn't believe it. They're a Cinderella story, but we did it.
I checked out your website too. I checked out a couple episodes, and I did check out your website. It's a nice website. I like the whole look of it, the feel, and the photos and all that. And
That's all I had of you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm big into HTML.
Yeah.
Now here's the magic question. What
Okay.
inspired you to create this web series?
Well, we had been looking. We had created a web series of sorts, like many years ago. That was just kind of like a playground for us. It was like a sketch comedy series called Body Farm. You can check it out if you want to. It's exceptional.
Don't check it out.
Anyway, we were always doing stuff like that, mostly comedy. It wasn't a narrative, really. It was like little shoot-offs of ideas, and then
We've been doing a lot of short films, and we were like,
Yeah.
we'd rather do something that is serial.
Yeah. This actually came up as a short film originally.
right. Okay. Yeah.
And then
okay.
that there's a much more opportunity to serialize it, and that what was interesting would be watching the characters in many different situations.
Yeah. So it wasn't really. That's the end of it. It just came from our imaginations, Peter. That's about it.
Okay. Now, in regards to that, what would, from the What was the concept for, what was your concept to creation? Did it start off as notes? It was a lot of improvisation that you worked on? Or were you bouncing ideas off each other, off other people that or actors?
I'm thinking now we wanted to make it mostly about our guest actors, and that's where we came up with the concept of the dating thing, because we wanted to feature another guest actor for every episode. And then we came up with the concept for the rules, because we thought that would be a good jumping off point for that.
Mm-hmm.
So for our first season, the couple creates all of these rules for their open relationship, and each tiny episode deals with one of the characters going on a date, and one of the rules gets in the way. And so the examples of the rules are: have to seal the deal within 12 hours, 24 hours.
Yeah.
24 hours, okay.
Can't sleep with someone who's sick, can't sleep with a celebrity, can't sleep with someone in your own house, that kind of thing. Just like these stupid rules that always end up
On a
thwarting
stupid show.
Yeah.
I actually like it. I like the whole concept of that.
We hope so.
Yeah, I hope you're not here just to make fun of us.
No.
But
too funny.
that's basically it. We had a couple readings beforehand of when we wrote the pilot, and it was originally way too long, and then and then we
You
and then
decided to
the
break it up, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then we broke it up, and then some discarded even more of it, and yada yada yada. And
Did you do it? Did you do the casting through Actors Access and all that? And
all friends, really,
Yeah.
right? All people we knew,
Yeah, it's all
mostly
been
who Addie
friends. Yeah.
ah, okay.
Yeah.
Now here's an interesting question: did you have any obstacles that you had to overcome during shooting? And did you lose locations? Any funny stories, things like that?
knew. Yeah, I mean,
Well, tell
we
us.
didn't spend any money.
The whole thing is an obstacle.
Yeah.
The whole thing was an obstacle, right?
Yeah. I mean, we've actually been fairly lucky most of the time in terms of not running into anything terrible during a shoot. But on one episode, and you can, I wish I could say you couldn't tell, but our Not in Our House episode, where Amelia, played by Addie, runs into a guy in Washington Square Park. That episode has a much bigger script than what was shot, because it was like 20 degrees that day. So
Oof, yeah.
we just ended up, and we were just really unprepared for that.
Yeah.
So it kind of killed the shoot and
It was
resulted
so
in a
cold
much.
that some of the equipment wasn't even working,
Yeah.
and
Wow.
I could barely move my mouth to speak the.
No, I hear you. I remember those days vividly.
So that was really our worst shoot, I think, and the one time when something really got in the way and resulted, and hurt us. Yeah.
Hurt you guys. In regards to pain, you mean?
It was pain, and the episode. I think if we had shot that at a different time of year, it would have been a much better episode, because it just really impacted everything.
Ah, I gotcha. Okay. Did you guys were doing was it guerrilla filmmaking?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. We've been just stealing everything. I mean, every now and then we'll rent a indoor location. We've had a couple theaters here and there.
Yeah. Otherwise, we've really been working with favors.
I hear
we
you.
have
Yeah. Oh boy.
who have been really kind to us thus far, and it's a lot of borrowing of equipment and
Time.
Yeah.
Are you guys editing this on Final Cut, on a Premiere?
Premiere.
Premiere. All right, you're Premiere guys. Okay.
Premiere guys.
I like Final Cut. I know Premiere too, but I like Final Cut.
I learned on Final Cut, but then Final Cut changed, and Premiere made more sense to me.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm talking about the. I know the older Final Cut and the new Final Cut Studio too, but yeah, I could see why you went to Premiere and all that. Yeah. What kind of camera did you guys use and equipment?
Most of the first season we shot on a a 5D. And then season 2, we shot mostly on a C300.
Okay.
So, Canons.
Yeah, and basically you had the sound guy, right, for the audio?
Yeah, we did. Sometimes that was one of us.
Okay. You're doing sound, you're not in the scene. Go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, Ted and I don't. Ted and I are always behind the camera, but sometimes, it can be hard to direct and record sound at the same time.
That's true,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, how many episodes do you have for the first season done?
First season is 7 episodes.
7 episodes, right? Okay.
And then the second season is 8.
8, cool. What's your next plan for this?
Well,
Do you have a plan?
we're actually shopping it around right now to get it picked up. We've written a full-length pilot, and we're finishing up a show Bible, and we are in the midst of showing it to networks and friends who might know people who work in networks and all stuff like that.
Yeah.
So basically, our credo right now for it is we're not going to continue unless it gets financed. The terms of that are pretty flexible, but we're basically doing that. We're trying to get some money and distribution behind it in some form, but we've got our eyes on full-length streaming services.
Have you submitted it to Amazon Video?
No,
We
No,
haven't
not
been
yet.
in touch with them specifically.
Yeah.
You haven't? You haven't. I'm sorry, you broke up.
Yeah, I've been in touch with them. We don't have any contacts with them right now.
I think you can just pretty much. I think they're open submissions from what I heard.
Well, that's good to know.
We'll see you on Amazon Video next year.
Yeah, definitely check it out because I had heard through the grapevine that they're taking content and all that.
Nice.
Really? I didn't know they were that. Okay, well, that's great.
See,
Yeah.
I made a good Amazon Video contact for you there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You're our guy.
We're also doing the festival circuit right now,
Right,
and
yeah.
we're going to Indie Series Awards in a couple weeks, which is in LA, and we just showed up at the Seattle Web Fest, and we'll be doing Cordoba International Film Festival.
Okay, cool.
More submissions that we're waiting to hear back from.
Yeah, maybe Austin, and yeah, we've submitted to a lot of places all around the globe.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is there any advice you can tell people out there in regards to making web series? Because one of the reasons why I created this podcast was, to inspire people. Hey, you know what? I mean, go out and do it.
Yeah. We just go around. Addie, you want to start?
Advice. Yeah, I think that we came to many points throughout our process making the Pioneers when 1 to 3 of us were basically saying, I think we should move on to something else, because we all have so many other ideas and projects happening that it's hard to really stay focused on the one thing. Even if we've gotten so far, it's like, well, I'm actually excited about this whole new idea for a series or a script. But I think one piece of advice I would give is if you do feel proud of what you have with a certain piece and you think it could go further, stick with it and try to figure out a way to stay excited, because putting in the time and the effort really pays off, or at least I think it does.
Yeah, we have no proof yet, but it certainly feels like
proof yet.
I'm still excited, and I've been
Yeah.
excited this whole time.
Yeah.
Well, it's good that you created a show Bible too, because I have my own project, and it took me a long time to get that show Bible together. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but at least when you present it, I mean, you have the proof of concept there, with showing them the videos. You show them the show Bible and say, hey, you know what? Here's like little plot lines for like 20, 30, 40 more episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ben, you want to say what your advice is?
My advice is stay out of our way, and we won't have any trouble. My advice, I have to, I mean, Addy was really on point there. Perseverance is key. Take it from guys who haven't made it big yet. But it does feel like it does feel very true. You get more, if you you'll get further every year, and feed people well.
Yeah, that's true. If you're not going to pay them, feed them. I've worked on projects like that, and as long as you walk out with a full belly, you're happy.
Yeah.
Do you want to give the audience your contact information as we wrap up?
Yeah.
Oh, I just have one last piece of advice here.
Okay.
I would say, this is Ted, by the way, giving the best piece of advice live on Web Series on Fire. I would say that the advice is when you're starting out, not as a filmmaker, but when you've got limited funds, this is very practical but just minimize locations, and you will make your life so much easier. Focus on character and where the joke's going to happen in one location. And I swear to God, your life will change.
That's true. There's a web series that was shot in Canada, and it takes place inside of a garage. And it's the web series is phenomenal. It won so many awards. I don't know why this was not picked up as a television series. It's called Bill and Ted's Towing.
Oh.
And
cool, I'll check it out.
Yeah, I think there's about 22 episodes, and I watched every single one. It was just whoa. I mean, and these guys have been together as improv actors for years, so you can definitely see it. The writing is really good. It's shot really well, and it's 99% inside that garage. But you know what? It's engaging. It holds your interest.
Yeah.
So definitely check it out.
Also, actually, I think it's not only easier from a production standpoint, but it is a great exercise. It'll make you a better writer. Better writer, for sure.
Yeah. Cool. So you want to give out your website and all that?
Yes. Our website is www.thepioneersseries.com. So that's two S's next to each other. And you can also find us on Funny or Die and Vimeo and YouTube.
And you're also on Facebook too, right?
Yes, and that's just facebook.com/The Pioneer Series. We have an Instagram and a Twitter. Yeah.
Get that social media going. Cool. All right, guys. Well, thank you for being on webseriesonfire.com.
Yeah, thank you for having us. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Well, that wraps up webseriesonfire.com. If you would like to be a guest on the show, please email me at webseriesonfire@gmail.com. Please like us on Facebook and subscribe to our podcast on iTunes. Thank you.
Thanks so much for listening to webseriesonfire.com with your host, Peter Papagiorgio. We'll catch you next time.